Oh my gosh, we have finally arrived at the northeastern part of high country Victoria after almost 2 hours of driving. Yeah. So we're trying to live off grid for 2 days and we're staying at this cute little tiny house for 2 nights to disconnect from the world. We will also be exploring a lot of beautiful nature and cute local towns nearby. See you in a bit. Steve, please come and help me. So where exactly is this tiny house? This tiny house is located somewhere in Yark, northeastern part of Victoria. This is all new to me. I'm thinking, shall we do a little tiny home tour? So first thing we see when we come into this tiny house is this cute little bed. It looks quite small in the picture, but you can definitely stretch your arms and not touch the walls. This tiny house is definitely bigger than a lot of the apartments in Japan. Pardon the clutters, but there is a dining table there. This is the kitchen. It's really nice that they have a fridge with freezer as well. Also comes with microwave, all the cutleries, bowls, plates, and blankets. Oh, even band-aids. How thoughtful. Likely the most important part. They've got a compact but actually also spacious bathroom as well. A toilet and a shower. We found out this tiny home from a website called Rip a Ride. I actually went through many other websites as well, but I like this one the most because it gives you stories behind this tiny house, places you could visit near the tiny house as well. It was actually quite affordable as well. You can check out this part to find out the prices. Remember I said we're disconnecting? Tiny house for 2 nights to disconnect from the world. I mean business. See? I'm not lying. There's no internet. Steve, are you hungry? Oh, you're warming up. Very nice. Ta-ta! Hot pot night. We're having some meatballs, cheese sausages, bean curd tofu stuff, of course spam and egg tofu, mushrooms, shin ramen. Hoisin sauce in my point of view is a must-have. If you want to impress your Asian mother-in-law, bring a bottle of hot sauce to your hot pot night. I don't know what it is about having hot pot in a tiny house. Somehow it tastes better. Being a pro foodie, of course I've got our dessert sorted tonight. Elaine's first s'mores. Let's see if I burn the stick or the marshmallows. Oh guys, you know what I'm burning? I'm burning my face instead of my marshmallow, but oh, this is how you shouldn't do your marshmallow, guys. I have a feeling Canadians and Americans will know how to do really good s'mores. Comment below if you've got your own way of doing perfect s'mores. 2 pieces of Marie biscuits. I put the Lindt chocolate there. I mean, just put any chocolate of your choice. And I suppose I just smash it. There's your s'mores. First bite of s'mores ever in my life. I need a cup of hot chocolate or hot tea. Cheers, guys. Good morning, beautiful people. Pardon me for being a little bit sleepy because it's 7:15 a.m. here and we woke up at about 5 something. We're trying to chase the sunrise today. I was actually referring to the sunrise time in Melbourne instead of Lake Eildon, so my bad if we don't get to see the sunrise, but we're doing our best. Let's see if it is worth it. Wow, we have finally arrived. I'm speechless. I'll show you. Well, what do you think, guys? Well, we are trying to wait for the fog to subside a little bit, hopefully when the sun is right up. I don't know if this is a wishful thinking or whether we should move on. We shall see. Oh, it's cold. Sitting around and waiting for a miracle to happen ain't really my thing, so we quickly moved on to the next location. It's so cold out here, but it's so beautiful, and still it's very foggy, but highly recommend you to come here. So apparently this lake, there are no weird stuff in there, no crocodiles, no weird stuff that's gonna bite you. So because Lake Eildon was originally a dam and it became a lake, so it's quite sheltered. If you want to do a skinny dip in there, I'm sure you'll be quite safe as well. Also, I forgot to add that because they've got abundance of water in this lake, well, slash dam, they use this to power their hydroelectric station as well, so that's pretty smart. Remember how I was saying it's not worthwhile to go to the skyline lookout before sunrise? Let's see if it is worth it. Well, I was correct. I recommend you to go to the skyline lookout after sunrise, preferably somewhere between 9 AM to 12 PM. Let me show you what I mean. We hung out at the Perfect Cure Creek Nature Trail for a short while before we had to lunch. And we spotted a couple of kangaroos and joeys too. This trail is only 2.3 kilometers long and takes about half an hour to complete. If you're lucky, you may end up spotting some wallabies and wombats too. On your way to the eastern side of the lake, you will also pass by a gorgeous town called Mansfield. This is the perfect spot to stop for a lunch and a cuppa. On a beautiful day like this, we were thinking of going to Mount Buller. But guess what? After doing more research online, finding out how you actually need to take a bus up to the high area and the summit car park is actually closed. So we went here instead. Coming up next. If this is not what you call a good view, I don't know what is. We were trying to wait for the sunset, but we must have missed that because the next thing we saw was the moon. Today is the first 24 hours ever in my life not connected to social media. Sounds dramatic, but I kind of feel like it has made me see and hear better. Chasing the sunrise and sunset didn't quite go as planned today, but we saw many other beautiful places instead. Life is indeed one heck of an adventure. We have just arrived at Snob Creek Falls. Apparently this is one of the most epic waterfalls in the area. Let's go and have a look and see if that's the case. Well, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it very clearly. Here it comes! Oh my gosh! It is so epic! Oh my gosh! This is crazy! Woo! This is crazy! I haven't been this close to a waterfall before. Well, what do you guys think? I think that was pretty epic. Although I was frozen to death, but I bet if I reached my hand outside of the fence, I could touch the waterfall. So what you're seeing here is actually apparently used to be a railway. The workers used to use this railway to transport lots of timber. So some of you may wonder, what the heck is this tunnel about? I've learned that this is called a saw pit. It is used to cut through large hard materials like logs. This is one interesting historical walk. Come Steve, let's go home. So, how am I finding this country experience and what have I realized after this trip? I definitely find it quite a liberating experience. I feel like I'm just free from any notifications from my phone. Like, I'm not the slave to my phone. If you saw all the views we checked out, I don't think those things matter really. And I also realized that it has actually brought down my tolerance to internet or social media. In fact, I feel like this trip has drastically improved my mental health and physical health. I've got a couple of different issues, like physically. Basically, the trip itself has healed me. Would I recommend it to anyone else? Would I do this again? Heck yeah. I'll most certainly make sure I do digital detox every 3 months over a weekend. It doesn't have to be difficult, I don't think. I would highly recommend you to give it a try, see if it makes a difference to your self-awareness, your mental health, and definitely it is a way for you to connect better with your family, with your spouse, with your friends. Last but not least, it's also a great way to enjoy God's beautiful creation as well. If you would like to check out Victoria more, watch this video next.